Good morning. This is Pastor Justo. We'll get to announcements, but first I want to talk about our continued transition process and the intentionality of counsel and the process to make sure that we hear your input. And during this Lenten season, we will be having these small group conversations, primarily in homes, but there might also be one or two in church. During that session, it'll last about an hour. We hope to get to 5 questions. If we get through the 5, we'll have 2 bonus questions just in case. But we really want to engage you and have you talk to each other and to us. This is a primary way that we are going to prepare for our all-church retreat by doing this data gathering and compiling it so that we can move from there to that retreat for that one day that we have it. There will be 2 people. The host, which will be a questioner, and there will be maybe a second host or a note taker that isn't related to the host who will not speak a word, but will jot down everything that you say, or at least as much as they can, so that we get a sense at council and during the retreat, the pulse of the church. For example, we would like to know what characteristics you're looking for in a new pastor. Do you want someone with 30 years of experience or 3 years? Do you want an exceptional preacher, or do you want an exceptional teacher, or can you have a little bit of both? Do you want lectionary preaching, which is what I use, or do you want them to be creative and use a combination of the lectionary, but kind of their own stuff? And obviously, we want to do this and frame this within our Lutheran liturgy, because after all, we are Lutherans and we are serving God through the ELCA. So, electronically, you'll be able to sign up for one of the groups fairly soon, and then we'll get you directions to the home. The host will email you and give you the date and time. Actually, that'll be on the electric thing before you sign up, so you know what you're signing up for. And we'll begin that process. All of this is essential to the data gathering, the church retreat, which will ultimately lead to writing a profile based upon our church, our experiences, and our hopes and desires for the future. Are you looking for someone traditional? Are you open to someone contemporary? Are you looking for a mix of both traditional and contemporary? Only you can tell us, and certainly we want to hear that. So that's going to be very, very important for you to attend and to give us open, honest feedback. We will not report names. We will just take down what people are saying, but not attribute it to anyone. So you don't have to fear on that end. Okay, let's move on from that. This Friday is game night. So I'm hoping that you're going to come on out, bring a game or two, or we'll have some, or bring some cards, and let's just have some pizza. Let's have some fellowship. We're starting at 5:30, I believe, or at 6 o'clock, but between 5:30 and 6, we'll have that pizza because we want the families from Children's Journey to also join us. We'll have a special place set up for kids to play. We'll have games on one table. We'll have conversation on another. If somebody doesn't want to play a game, we'll have cards. We'll have a variety of different activities. So come and join us. Let's laugh together, let's share together, and most importantly, let's bond in the community that we desire to be and God intends us to be by getting to know each other, not so much by formal title, but by laughter and joking and having a good time. Join us this Friday. Millie's memorial service is going to be this coming Sunday, the 12th. After service, we'll begin at 1 p.m. for the memorial service. Pastor Stan and Pastor Trixie will join me in the celebration and can celebrate with me as we move forward. So please, after church, go have your lunch, but please come back. Or go home and relax, and please come back to honor Millie, her life, and her children as we say goodbye to Millie, but really, te veremos otra vez until we see you again, for that is part of the mystery of our faith. For those of you, including my family and David and other families that I saw there who went to Blaze Pizza, let me say thank you. Thank you for your willingness to help. Thank you for your willingness to participate in that fundraiser so that we can bless children's journey and have a good meal at the same time. Must admit, I kind of really enjoyed that pizza. So we will probably be back there again as a family. Please know that we care about you and that we want to minister to you. So I would ask you to continue to pray for our folks, Charlie, who's still recovering, Lisa, who has some medical issues, as we all know, and we want to continue to uplift her in prayer. Lee Davies, I went and visited Lee on Sunday after church, and she's asking for some of her friends, her church family, to give her a call. It's awfully lonely being in a hospital by yourself and not getting visitors as frequently as you would like. Certainly, she also invites you to visit, but please communicate with her. And if you don't have her number, please ask us, and we'll get you that. You can get that to Tricia in the office. God is doing a new thing in our midst. Did you notice that the numbers seem to be growing and more people showing up? I hope that that's part of the family that was part of Redeemer, who now feels more comfortable coming back. And I also know that it's new people. If you remember when I first arrived, I said to you a certain percentage, 10 to 15% of people in a church leave when the pastor leaves. And another percentage will leave when the new pastor comes, not because of the new pastor, because where they're at in life. And we've seen that in our church, let's be honest. But I also said to you that others will come and that God would bring the people that are intended to be part of this community. And I'm excited that that is starting to happen more frequently and that God continues to bless us. If you need anything, you can reach me on my cell. It'll be in the connector down there someplace, but it's 716-989-9207. 716-989-9207. So please, give us a call. Reach out to us. Let us know what's going on in your life. As a pastor, it always troubles me that I'm the last to know, or that people tell me they were in the hospital a week after they got home, or a week after they come to church. I don't read minds, so we need your help. Let David know, let Tricia know, let me know, let Lisa know, let counsel know, because I want to do my best to be present at your bedside, at the hospital or the rehab center, to let you know that we are connected to each other, for we are family. So familia, know that you are loved and cared for. Know that God's grace and mercy has been and is and will always be with you. For you are sons and daughters of the sacred. and God's eternal love through Jesus Christ reigns in your heart and in your lives. And when you struggle, don't quit. We're here to support you. If you need us, we'll offer you the spice of life. And lastly, the rest of the story from last week's sermon. So I still don't know how to make rice, because every time I put half water, half rice, I always look at it and I say there isn't enough water in there, and I put more in, and then I make a soup. So don't go with the extreme, follow the recipe, and you'll make better rice than I do. And actually, those responsibilities in our home are handled by James, by Meryl, and EJ, who actually know how to make rice. God love you. Peace be with you.